All right, gang. We are live. What's up? What's up? Hello. So here we are in Blender 2.8. I've been having a bit of a rough go with it. It's been I had a couple of pretty nasty crashes, and I lost my progress. Not too much of it, but it definitely was not fun. I had a good portion of this back area done, and crashed on me. Oops, you know what? Let me. And somehow I deleted these areas. It's easy to do. This is the latest build of 2.8. I just downloaded it this morning. It has, they changed a couple things. I noticed the viewport information, like the faces, edges, all that stuff. It was up here, now it's down here. I'm not even sure what these do. Add, subtract, intersect. I guess maybe that's something for booleans. There's definitely a lot of newer stuff. Let's see, I just want to get that guy. And these. And I think that's it. Let's turn off snapping. That's something I keep forgetting to do. And we got a mirror. Turn on clipping. And that is where I'm at. Oh, what's going on? It's strange how it does that sometimes. Hey, how you doing? Just messing around, trying to get a little more retopology done here in Blender. See, that's my high poly. Kind of see what I'm working with. I was getting the back done, but it crashed on me, so I just downloaded the latest build from today, and it seems to be a lot more stable. But I'll go ahead and let's do a different part. How about we do the eyes real quick? Okay. Where are the eyes? What's going on here? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Hello. Not sure what that means. Ochen Carsivo. But if you're asking what I'm doing, I'm just doing my retopology here in Blender in 2.8. So let's go ahead and get a UV sphere. Kind of move it into place, scale it down. Oh, thank you. Let's see. I'm still getting used to the new interface in Blender 2.8 here. Let's see. You rotate X 90. And then I'll just go ahead and add a mirror. Let's see, did that work? That didn't seem to work, did it? Oh, you know what it was? I need to... Now it should work. That's weird. Let's see, maybe... Let's see, no, that's... Symmetry modifier? I don't like how everything's kind of in a different place. Let's see, help, window, operator search, there we go. Symmetrize, there we go. Why didn't it symmetrize? I'm from the US. I'm in Arizona. Search. Do I have to be... This is frustrating. Game logic, what's that? Oh, hell no. Just trying to figure out how to get the symmetrize to work. Or mirror. Oh wow, awesome. Well, welcome to my little stream. Just trying to get used to Blender 2.8. Let's see. Tiki low. Let me put these guys in here. Sabiso. Oh well, I guess I'll just do this the hard way. I don't understand why my mirror mod's not working. Oh, finally. There we go. Wonder if that'll be okay for the eyes. Okay, let's do the teeth. What is this? Turn those off. Tiki high, don't need that. Tiki low. Eyes low. All right, there we go. Let's see, so that's the teeth high. So let me go to teeth low, go to edit mode, and just gonna separate all these because I don't need. This way, when I bake them, they won't intersect. What happened there? That's weird. P. There we go. And then yeah, that's a little weird right there. Yeah, Blender 2.8 is great so far. I don't know if you've tried using it, but it's really great so far. Especially now, it's definitely more stable. It hasn't crashed as much as it was. It has crashed a few times, but it's definitely very, very stable in my opinion right now. Dissolve. Let's get the shrink wrap. Above surface. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. So let me see. We're gonna call this Tiki low. So we're gonna have to call it Tiki teeth A low. And we'll have to do this one. Teeth A high. And I'll go ahead and switch to this guy. Make sure there's no weirdness. Looks pretty good. The good old shrink wrap above surface. And that works. Apply. I'll call this one teeth B low. I separate them so that when I bake them, they don't intersect the cages. Oh no, that's the high. Okay. All right, see, I got the bones now. These might be a bit tricky. Whoops. Let me just save. Let's see. Let's see, I'll do a plane. Scale. Pull it forward. Oops. And then we're going to edit mode. Oops. How does it look like that moves? There we go. And I'll go ahead and delete this half. And I'll go ahead and add a mirror. Clipping. And let's see, left. And, oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, somebody was at my door. Let's see, let's go ahead and add a shrink wrap. Do above surface. And we will pick that guy. And turn face snapping on. And you know, I'm going to turn the mirror modifier off for now, because sometimes that can kind of mess things up. Get over there. Sometimes you have to fight with your mesh. Let's see. Just extrude. I think I want to, let me turn that off. Let's put one more here. Got 1, 2, 3. Just kind of reposition everything, get it a little bit more where I want it. It's a little tedious, but it's still pretty fast, I think. I still feel like Blender is the fastest program for Retopo, which is amazing considering it's free. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this guy here. You do have to keep track of what it's doing. It can get away from you a little bit. Like right there, it's a little weird. Oops. Not too worried about it being super accurate. I just want to make sure I have something to work with for the texture map. I try not to stream Retopo because I feel like it's really boring to watch. So I'll try to blaze through this as quickly as I can. Or at least this part anyway. You know, and you know, sometimes people are just curious what type of workflow some people use. So if any of you guys were wondering how I do my Retopo, this is pretty much it. Just kind of extrude. Extrude and adjust. That's my whole workflow. I think a lot of people use a similar workflow in Blender. It's very effective for that. Some people use just to extrude the vertices workflow, which is a good one too. Best thing to do is just kind of play around with it and see what works best for you. Oops. A lot of the hotkeys are changed too now, I noticed. I'll have to read up on it and see what the new hotkey layout is, because it's definitely a little different. Let's see. Let's roll in there real quick. And I'm not really worried about the poly count. I'm not trying to really make a low poly item or model. I'm just trying to make a mesh that I have a little more control of, so it's easier for me to unwrap it and texture it and stuff. That's definitely something you want to keep in mind when you're building your model, is the topology. You kind of want to try to find a way to make it work for your UV map too. It just makes your life a lot easier when it comes time to texture it. And this is such a small detail, like, I mean, Like here's the Tiki, so it's like you'll never really see that. It's like I'll probably optimize it a little more after I've got most of it done. But for now, I'm just kind of going crazy with the poly count. Go ahead and hide that guy. Sabiso. What time is it in Russia? Or Novgorod? The city Nizhny Novgorod. I'm probably totally saying that wrong. Sorry. And same thing, just, you know, rinse, repeat, extrude, scale here and there. That's what I really like about the Blender, is the tools don't dramatically change for a retopo. You're still technically in edit mode. You're just using a shrink wrap modifier. And for me, that's great. I think it's great because you can totally edit your mesh on the fly while you're doing it. You don't have to like go into or go out of retopo mode just to edit some vertices, you know. Whoa. All right, now let's try to add a there we go. Looking good, looking good. And later on, I'll go through and I'll add some thickness to it. Got to be careful with the face snapping on. I don't know if you saw that. Like if I have this part of the mesh behind me or behind it, and you grab it, it tries to do, it just goes all crazy and it tries to stick to the part in the back. So you got to really watch that when you're using the face snapping. It can be super annoying sometimes. But once you're aware of it, it's pretty easy to keep under control. I probably could do this a little bit more accurately. I generally try to use the same approach that you use when you're like blocking out your shapes. I just try to get the basic silhouette down. Whoops. And then from there, extrude the smaller shapes out or pull the smaller shapes out. Like I'll try to do this one a little more with a little more detail right here, just so you can get a kind of an idea of what I mean. I mean, it's completely overkill. That part's so small, I really shouldn't even, let me reel it in a little here. There we go. And if you get the big shapes done first, okay, what's going on there? You can go ahead and add more edge loops in later. Why is it doing that? Why do I have so many extra vertices? There we go. A little bit of weirdness going on right there. All right. So I probably need to change my edge flow here to accommodate this part a little better. And I'm not an expert by any means. Retopo is still one of my biggest weaknesses, if not, I would say UV mapping is my or packing is my biggest weakness. Mostly because I just don't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy UV packing. I don't think anybody does. But it's a necessity. You have to do it. You know, you gotta pack your UVs well. Let's see. Let's do those, scale, kind of rotate a little bit of adjusting. There we go. And yeah, I know it is tedious. It's definitely rewarding though, I think, the feeling of you get after you get a good retopo done. Especially when it turns out nice. Like that's definitely holding the shape of the silhouette of the high poly version really well, especially once I thicken it up. Because I don't need to get every little detail, because that's what the baking process is for with the texture maps. That'll get all my little detail. My job is just to make sure the silhouette is there. I mean, the closer your topology matches the high poly, the better. But it also depends on the level of detail you need. You know, what type of a prop or project it is. Whoops. Whoops, nope. My short keys are all messed up because of all the hotkey changes. Let's see, I need to That's another way you can kind of really control where your topology is going, is just extrude the vertex. So far so good, not too bad, not too bad. But you know, I think I'll just finish this off camera because I don't want to bore you guys to tears watching me extrude and adjust and turn edges and vertices. But if you are wondering, like, if the retopology flow in Blender 2.8 is good, it's really good, and that's without any add-ons. If you use some of the add-ons, you could definitely speed it up even more. 2.8 super stable. It looks great. Takes a little bit of getting used to some of the new layouts and stuff. They are changing it regularly, so keep that in mind if you're gonna use it. And save your work often. All right, let me just kind of pop everything out so you guys can see where I'm at. There's the eyes. Oh, why am I having such a hard time? I got the low. I'll show you all the low stuff. That's what I got for the low poly so far. This part's probably overkill, what I'm doing back here, but I really want those details to stand out, so I'm trying to match the topology of the low poly as best as I can to the topology of the high poly. Uh-oh. I might have crashed. Nope. That was weird. It like froze for a second there. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It just plugging away at that topology, the retopo process. I happen to think it's fairly achievable in Blender 2.8. I think it's one of the easiest programs I've ever used to do retopology. Not that I've used very many, to be honest. I've tried ZBrush and 3D Coat. A lot of people like 3D Coat. And it worked well, but maybe I'm just not used to it. I honestly didn't use it that much. I should probably give it another try. But I don't know, Blender just works so well for me for most of my stuff. Yeah, so if you're curious, Blender 2.8, looking great. Topology process on this little Tiki guy is going well. Let's see what happens if I hit shading. Nice. I don't have any lights in there. Let's put a light in there. Sun. Whoa, that was crazy. Nice. Tiki man. Let me switch out the low poly stuff. Nice. All right, gang. I'll be back on Friday with a little bit more. I should definitely have more. Oh, I guess it likes this flat shading better. Yeah, the flat shading definitely looks better. I'll definitely have the topology retopo done. you know, I just do this in my spare time. It's not like it's I have tons of extra time, so I just chip away at it when I can. But I just like to keep you guys up to date for those of you who've been following along. This project's taking a little longer than I prefer, but that's because of the holidays and stuff. You know, gotta spend time with the family. So anyways, that's where we're at. I'll be back on Friday. If you guys have been enjoying it, hit the like. If you haven't, you can hit that thumbs down too. It's all good. I'll be back on Friday. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.